I was also thinking it would be quite interesting if you wanted to, you could cut a hole in the wall and then hide that whole compartment behind the wall, and it would be like this kind of repressed secret area in the back of a chest of drawers. I always thought that would have been really cool when I was a kid. Oh yeah, here are some studio views. I think this is the last kind of couple of images before I fizzle out. Yeah, I thought I've been thinking that it would be really good to start trying to operate in a different kind of economy. Like the art world economy is really great and really nice, but it's also very sort of small, and it has a there's a lot of things like, you know, names get attached to things. It's not really anonymous, and it's not really you know, like if you want to own something, it's like very expensive. And I kind of thought, and it's very kind of like dealing with material and weight and heaviness. And I just was thinking that maybe there's an alternative economy. And I was thinking I could have like a meme, start working as a meme economy. So this is something that I made kind of in preparation for the explaining things upstairs. This is an internet meme that I thought would be good, which is this the transition? The title of this work, which is upstairs, he's got his hands over his ears. I was thinking that it's kind of like, it's a work that's kind of about editing. It's kind of all about the transition from one object to another, but also about that object at the top is actually a CD rack. I was kind of thinking that it's about the dying culture of the CD. CDs are dying, and its relationship to I guess the transition is like what happens next, or where does it go, or I don't know. Anyway, the figure in the sculpture is not very happy about it on my own. Okay.
What was the economy you said, Dan?
Oh, like a meme economy?
Meme? Oh, okay.
So just like, I don't know, like, not really about making money, but just about like spreading dangerous ideas around subliminally. Oh yeah, this is just a studio shot. This is a work called Ambivalent Formalism. It's kind of my kind of wrestling here with I guess I want to be like really, like in this work I want to be really formalist, but everything is so loaded with sort of associations and meanings, and like either coming from the way that the parts are manufactured, or their age, or their treatment. Everything's kind of overloaded with this content, and I love that, but at the same time, it's like I just kind of want to look at it as a form, or want it to be kind of nothing at the same time. So there's a kind of an ambivalence about it. And also within that structure, I've kind of been trying to make it kind of like two-faced, or ambidextrous or something, so it's like quite a different thing from one side to the other. Yeah, this is to lead again. This is just another object that's in the show in a previous incarnation. There's a detail. That's some acrylic paint and some spray enamel and some resin with some other gunk mixed into it. You can see that up close and personal upstairs. And I think, there's the wide shot of what that's from. It's all boxed in. There's no. It used to be open. In this version, it's open. the explaining things version is closed. I was thinking that closed forms present a problem of not knowing what's inside. Nobody knows what's inside the box. So it's kind of problematic. You never know everything that there is to know about it. Okay, I think that's me actually. I would have quite liked to show some video, but I don't think this computer is going to read my video formats. But that's okay. I think we can just move along, I reckon. Yeah, does anyone have any questions?
Hi there. You talk about this like not knowing space or the unconscious space or the kind of the consciousness being the tip of the iceberg and then this whole other space that's not necessarily apparent, and then you also referred to it, I guess, in terms of some of the objects that you showed. I was just wondering what's at stake in that, or what's at stake in that like unknown space.
That's a really good question, actually. I think it's just important. I think that there's a tendency to want to know everything or to over-encode everything, and I think that that kind of kills. I think that kind of kills. It kills experience. I think I just want to. I think I want to affirm being pro experience and pro thinking for yourself, and also the other thing that I find really interesting is in the video. I think the video is the place where this problem is most apparent and where it's most human. But in the video, it's like, so if someone's saying something like, they're just making it up as they go along, this is coming out of nowhere, you're put in this position where you either just go along with it and just kind of smile and nod and go, yeah. Or you call it out as being bullshit, and I think that's something that's very much at stake, is what I want to do is I want to put the viewer in that position where they have to kind of decide for themselves to either call bullshit on something or kind of smile and nod and go along with it, or to kind of even if they're ambivalent about that, you can kind of enjoy the bullshit and kind of realize it's bullshit, but not want it to stop. I don't know. Does that answer your question? Yeah. Yep.
Is the meme economy synonymous with promotional marketing concepts?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. Are there any other questions?
Dan, would you describe yourself as a romantic artist?
No.
In a word.
Ambivalent formalism, that piece is really pretty.
Yep.
And I found I didn't think it sat very well in that room.
Oh yeah. Is that because it's too pretty?
It's really pretty.
Is it really, really pretty?
Well, you have to kind of get away from it.
Yeah.
The rest of the things.
Yeah. Well, that's probably a fair call. I'm not gonna try and defend myself. especially not against charges of actually making things that are pretty, because I think that's what I'm supposed to do, isn't it, as well? I don't know. Isn't it supposed to, like, everything's supposed to be, like, ugly and beautiful and right and wrong and, you know, all at once, everything's got to be, it's got to go both ways.
Yeah, that's completely true. But I thought that piece entirely explained itself.
Okay.
Okay. Can we take long? Can everyone hear me though? Oh. Part of my involvement. Part of my involvement with this was that Dan invited me as a academic. Worked with Dan on various occasions during his time at the art school, and my interest was to discuss the work upstairs in relation to the work, because that for me seemed to be the most productive, and I think it's been useful how it's turned out and that we're down here and Dan has given a slide talk about it. But I've had organised art school